And just like that, we're live because it's Thursday. It's 9 p.m. on the East Coast. That means it's time for This Week at Gear-Report, the show where we talk about everything that's been reviewed since last week. Things that are in the review queue, as well as what is it? What else do
Stuff we
do?
have coming up, maybe?
No. What's our
Other
favorite
things?
segment of the show? Shit shooting.
The shite
That's
shooting.
the
Shite shooting.
yes. Yeah, we you know what? We just call it what it is. That's what it is, folks.
Look at the
So
first guy.
we're
Look
gonna.
at the first guest in.
Oh my goodness.
It's over.
All right. Let me
It's over.
click it.
Done.
The gun snob has graced us with his presence yet again. First, let's get this thing over with, right? You're late. Well, or are you early? So I've been working on this
Jeff's
theory
always late.
of, always you want to leave people wanting, right? You don't want to satisfy all their needs right away because then it's like, what do they need you for, right?
I don't see that
For
happen on
this
this
week,
show at all.
it is about time. It is about time. I agree. I apologize that you had to wait a whole week since the show last week. But to be honest, I mean, people could have checked in. We did a live stream on Tuesday with the Philmont Trek Talk group, which is talking about taking scouts to Philmont Scout Ranch, the Boy Scouts of America high adventure base. So we did that, and y'all could have joined there. G23 popped in, made a couple comments, and I was like, "Oh, he doesn't know this is a scout related audience, and we don't
See,
talk
that's
like
why I
that
don't.
on
That's
this
why I don't
show."
pop in there. Yep. That's why I don't
Right,
drop in. I know better.
right. Yep, Ryan Todd is here. Good to see you. We will. All right, let's talk about what are we going to talk about this show. All right, we are breaking the mold. We had ever since before SHOT Show, we have changed the format of the show so that we have a brand on, and we spend most of the time talking to that brand. And that has left us with all these other things to talk about, and it's also kind of interfered with our ability to interact with the audience and get to your questions and comments as quickly as we'd like to. So we said, you know what? I'm going to leave a little blank in the schedule. Every 2-3 months, we're going to leave a show open and not schedule a brand to come in. And guess what? That's now. So you get us, these guys, him and me, for the whole time of the show. Yeah, exactly, TJ. I'm not sure what that meant. Probably because I need to. That's a strategy I use with my wife. I feel like these were more timely. Like if I didn't answer them right away, oh, that one. Always leave her wanting more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I should have known what he meant by that.
I feel that people, whenever they watch this, they're like, "Why? What did I do?"
This is going to be a good show. I think we're gonna have fun on this one.
Of course, it is.
Yeah. So we will go through the formal schedule that we do at This Week at Gear Report. But let's get some of the housekeeping out of the way. Number one, this is a participatory show. So if you're out there in the comments, if you're out there watching, please leave a comment. But what if it's the guest we come here for?
That's hurtful, Rod.
I'll tell you what. I know where you're coming from, and I feel bad. So I'm going to summon someone to join who's going to satisfy your need to have potentially a different face to look at, certainly a different voice to listen to, absolutely a different perspective. And I'll tell you, this individual that I'm going to summon here in a moment, they're hot. If you've been paying attention to social media this week, they're on fire. Okay. It's going to be awesome, but we're going to bring them to you in just a minute. So I call this technique building suspense.
I was going to say, like, keep waiting. Any minute now.
Plus, I have limited power. I have limited power and pull within the industry, so it takes me a minute to summon someone. I can't just say,
yeah, I was going to say,
they're here. Or actually, could I? I don't know. Do you think
Let's see. Can you do it?
I kind of fumbled that one. Let me try this again. No. What did I do wrong? All right. Oh, I have to say something. I summoned thee.
Oh.
kind of worked. I don't know.
What's
I'm new at
up?
this whole summoning thing. Yeah, that was a little scary. Okay. I don't think we're going to do any more summoning. That one kind of backfired.
So
That went
here's the
horribly
thing.
wrong.
So here's the thing. I don't know what you did, but like I was in the middle of watching TV and I got this sharp pain in my neck, and I was like, "What is going on?" Next thing I know, like I'm pulling my phone out of my pocket and pushing this link, and I don't know why, but apparently you summoned me, so I had no control.
It was the HK hat.
Must be. Yeah.
It is. It opened a portal to the ghost.
Well, that or am I the only person who has noticed that TJ has the Gear Report Halo this evening?
He
So was
does
it
have a
heavenly
Gear Report
intervention?
Halo.
I'm not about to say that. Okay, I
That's,
wouldn't even
proper
suggest
camera
it.
placement right there.
Yeah.
That was. It was Snob. Listen,
Great. Yeah. Hey, I've heard people say
everything we
before,
do here is sketchy.
you should stick with what you're good at, right? And I'm pretty good at sketchy stuff, so that's what you
Yeah.
get on this show. There we go. Maybe that'll.
I'm
work.
gonna do
Pretty
some
much.
sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Yep. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So our agenda this evening, we're going to hit on some of the recently published reviews. You know what? We're just going to dive in, start talking about that. We're going to keep the chat going. We're going to see if we can juggle a couple different things here. We're going to talk about things that have been published, and we're going to continue
There you
just
go.
kind of talk, because
Honcho
I
nailed
think
it.
our audience can handle that. I really do. I'm going to put us all up there at the top
What are you
so that we
doing?
can still see what we're doing here. And I don't want to
Did you nuke
forget
Ghost?
I keep forgetting the housekeeping stuff. Did we lose Ghost? Where'd he go?
Did you nuke him?
No, I don't think I did. I did. So listen, I'm experimenting with this whole summoning thing. Maybe there's a fixed duration. Maybe it's not like a perma summon. It's like a temporary summon. Like he gets a pain in his
Right.
neck, he shows up, and then poof, after a minute, he is gone. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But I will offer anyone who's out there in the comments, if you'd like to join. Many of you already have a link. If you go look in your your Google Calendar, or if you need a link, let me know, and we will
need to
see if
change
we
the
can
name of
make
the show.
that happen. Yeah,
Honcho
what?
renamed our show. I love it.
Let me see what we have here. Newport, good to see the ghost testicle on here. Okay, that was kind of uncalled for. But he came back and corrected it. See, it was a typo, I'm sure. This week on the sketch report. Yeah, we could. It wouldn't necessarily be wrong. Okay.
I love it now.
Yeah, Honcho had been with us for a while. If you want to join us, let us know, and we will send something to you. Okay. So other housekeeping. This show is sponsored by Maxim Defense. So we really appreciate them.
I will
enough
say
of
that
us.
I've been called much worse, but that's a pretty good one. Yeah.
I kind of liked it. Oh, I've got the wrong ticker thing rolling up there. That is that's the Philmont Show ticker from Tuesday.
Yeah, I just
all
saw
the
that.
tickers going.
But
I'll tell
will
you what
say
it
this:
is.
I don't appreciate that Newport assumes that I just have one, the single. Yeah, I think he assumes that I've only got one, so I don't know. That bothers me a little.
There was a it claims it was autocorrect. I don't know. Oh my goodness, best behavior.
There we are.
The hammer is here.
Yep. I will sleep more soundly during this show, knowing that Gary is here.
You better behave, Jeff.
Justice. Yeah. So the question isn't who will he ban; it's who will we ban first. So I'm not going to vote
and how
for
quickly,
because that would be rude for me to call someone out this early in the show. But
I think it's called for, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just because it's early doesn't mean it's not verified.
Oh, I hear you. So let's dig in. AJ's got AJ has probably got 6 or 7 more reviews in the editing queue waiting for me to publish. I'm trying to space them out a little bit because, you know, I don't want to overpower people with too much AJ at any given time, right? So we love his reviews, but we want to give other people a chance to get in as well. This one, the review of the Lockdown Puck Smart Security Monitor. And bold claim, he says peace of mind in an uncertain world. And I'm gonna show you guys. I have to unplug it to show it to you, but I actually have one of these little devices as well. The Lockdown Puck, little smart security monitor thing, and it is a really neat little device in my opinion. And from what I have seen of AJ's review, which I did edit, so in theory I did read the whole thing. It's a pretty good review, and he kind of liked it. So he uses it for some kind of different things than what some of the gun owner types might use it for. So please go check that out if you have any interest in a pretty cool little easy to integrate security type device. All right, here we go. Where's my mouse? There it is.
I could put that on my kegerator, keep everybody out.
Well, you could. You'd see when people got into it. Definitely. That's actually a pretty neat potential use for it. I need to change the batteries in my Lockdown Puck. It's been dead for weeks now, but I do like it safe, but mounted to the door to get it to work right. Yeah. So it's got a neat a couple different ways you can mount it. You can mount it on a door or on a door frame. You can hook it up to. It's got a little USB power port where you can plug in a battery pack or a wall wart or something to power it. It does have an internal battery where you can charge it periodically. So, for example, something I've thought about doing is when we go on the road and I take the Battlewagon, if I want to, I have a little alarm that I can arm when I leave the truck, so it'll start making noise if someone opens the door or anything. But I could also put this in it so I'd have a little bit more information, when if anyone messes with it. So I've thought about things like that. Please check out the article if you want to see AJ's thoughts on it and some of the different temperature and humidity and different functions that it has, how you can set it
I'll
up.
just drill a hole through my safe so I can hook it up to power.
Yeah.
There's
I guess
tools
you'd
for
have
that.
to, wouldn't you? I guess you'd have to.
Yeah.
But
Drill
the
a hole,
humidity
fire
monitor,
pocket, done.
humidity monitor is pretty neat, and I thought we had some pictures in a different article of him using it with his using part of this with his cigars. So
Yep,
there's another
that's
potential
down.
use for you. Come on, Gary,
Yep.
unleash the Kraken. Gary gets more popular the more he embraces his role. And again, I am just waiting to see who is he going to ban this show? Who's it going to be first? I mean, yeah.
I vote on Clover. If he shows up, just ban him immediately.
Yeah. But like he's going to show up. He would have to actually open his Google Calendar to get the link.
Well, that's
and I don't
fair.
think he's going to do that. Apparently, he's technology challenged, or at least that's a rumor I hear.
For a guy who claims to be a tech guy, he sure is hard for him to open up an email.
Yeah, so you can hook a battery up to it. That's absolutely correct. And we saw in the article, Gary, that that AJ actually mounted it above the door with the sensor, the little magnetic sensor, actually on the door, so that when the door is shut, the sensor lines up, and then when you open it, as soon as the door comes open, he's not just looking for like the vibration alarm, but also the positive. It'll tell him that the door opened, that alarm as well. So it's a pretty neat little device that'll give you a variety of different types of information, and it connects to an app so that you can control everything and monitor everything from your devices. So go check it out if that's something that you find potentially interesting or useful. I can think of a number of different ways. Like a friend of mine has got a really big boat, and on big boats that stay on the water all the time, humidity can be an issue. So having something in there that can monitor for humidity and update him in real time could be pretty interesting for him as well.
That's
All
a
right.
bad boot. That's my Gen A.
Okay. All right. What else we have here? Batteries lasted a long time, just lazy. Yep.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. We're seeing threats of violence right here in the comments. So
He's threatening the hammer. That takes skill.
Yep.
Yeah. So something I request of all my friends, I'm like, hey, threaten whoever you want. That's between you and whoever you're threatening. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I'm not going to tell you not to do it. What I'm going to say is I would rather not be a witness to it because I don't want to have to sit there and go, Your Honor, yes, I heard the threat. No, I didn't call the police. This, I don't want
No.
anyone blaming me for this. It's on other people, right? What you
But in this
do
case,
is
you have to call PETA because it's more of an animal cruelty than it is
good point.
Right. Yeah.
human thing.
Believe it or not, PETA and I don't really get along.
No.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
I don't have, as far as you know, there's no restraining order in place or anything like that. But, All right, here we go.
As far as we know. What else we got, Jeff? Come on.
Twice my size, half my age. I feel like he's making excuses here. And Snob is pushing buttons, definitely. Okay.
True. That's a perfect time to get him.
This is
Just
only
saying.
good with Apple stuff. No, the Lockdown Puck works with non-Apple stuff as well. I'm thinking when I got it, I think I still had an Android phone. And it worked. I've actually had more problems with Apple. They changed the app. I had the old app, and I haven't been able to log into the new app. And I
Android
blame
rules.
it on the iPhone because I blame pretty much everything on the iPhone. And
I agree.
Gary just lost points. Apple stuff is not the only good stuff.
Gary, no.
All right. So I wanted to show you guys.
Gary, in danger of losing the hammer?
I mean, let's be reasonable here. What are the chances that would actually happen?
Never.
But here, let me show you something I made. Oh,
Oh,
it's
there
right
you
up
go.
by my
Too
light.
sh-
I got to shade it.
Too
There we
much
go.
light.
This is a Gear
There
Report
you go.
right there. Yep. I've been working
Nice.
the engraver. So if anyone wants anything, we will have to figure out a way to get you like your own little Gear Report bottle opener, or I don't even
Everybody
know what
needs
these
one of
are.
those.
These are like little wooden things that I got off Amazon buying so that I could run them through the engraver. I don't even know what they're called. They've got a little hole and like a little
Everybody likes a little hole.
natural rope that you can put through it. And is
Easy
it an ornament? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well,
Are you going to let that slide by, not even react to the comment?
Jason Sanders is here. Look at that. So what I want to hear from Jason is I want to hear two things. Number one, am I correct that you just bought a Cessna 172? I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure I saw a video of him or pictures of him flying around an island off the coast of New York, like just doing a sightseeing tour thing. And the little bit that I could see out the window of the plane, it looked pretty nice. So that's really cool. And I haven't flown a 172 in too many years, but most of my flight
years for me.
Most of my flight time is in a 172.
That's how I learned. That's how I learned, is on this 172. And then a buddy of mine had a Beechcraft that I flew a little bit with him. But yeah, most of my time was 172.
Coolness. I was not aware that we were a part of the same club.
I never got my final flight with the instructor to get my.
So you're not a part of the club.
I'm not a part of the club. That's why I never claimed to be, because I am not part of the cool guys.
Yeah. Okay. So I called it right at 172. That's awesome. So I'm not even going to ask him to fly it all the way to North Carolina because that would take too long. But
that's the Gear Report jet. That's the Gear Report jet.
Well, it could be the Gear Report, the official Gear Report aerial vehicle,
So we go to
because
Vegas.
I would like to claim his work ride, um, which is a jet, but I think because it's not his, it belongs to his work, they would have something to say about that. And
Yeah, they
it
could. They could.
has a GPS and autopilot. Notice that says AUTO pilot, not OTTO pilot, which is the inflatable dude that popped up in Airplane the movie and flew the plane. It's not autopilot, it's autopilot.
Auto.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
There is a
Auto.
meaningful distinction. Gary getting upset that we said Apple. I think that's what he was reacting to. Apple sucks. So here's where punctuation makes a difference. Okay. I'm not gonna go any further than that because I feel like that's kind of crossing. We do try to stay somewhat kid friendly. So let's just say if there was a comma in there, this would be
When?
completely a kid friendly statement. Without the comma, I'm afraid to say it. Yep. All right. Let's get that off the screen. I feel dirty just having that up there. Yeah. Oops. My bad. Yeah. As if it was an accident. I think we know better. All right. Let's go back over here and see what else
What else
we
we got? I know
have.
we got other stuff.
Oh, we have another one from AJ. Gators Magnum sunglasses review. I'm going to tell you right now, I would not wear these sunglasses because where the American flag is on the side, it's too big. I don't like anything that blocks peripheral vision. I want like as small as possible on that little side piece so that I can still see things out, peripherally. And I don't like sunglasses that block that. I don't understand how people can wear them.
Well,
But
I'm gonna throw it out there. Those things, if you leave them in your truck, they get the temperature of the sun down here.
Yes, they do. I love my gators, but yes, don't leave them outside.
I think I would probably love a
I almost
different set of
burnt my
gators.
face one day.
I should see if they have anything that I would wear because I couldn't wear these with the just block all.
They've got several different styles that are really, really good. The Magnum was the kind that I got them several years ago from them, and I still wear them to this day. They're great, but yeah, they've got different styles. I want to say that
and it
Snob's
makes
got a
sense for you.
But
It makes sense.
yeah,
for
and
you.
they
You're used to
don't
buying
bother me.
everything in Magnum.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. So
And
made
so
in USA,
many
I like that. They're supposed to have really awesome lenses, really durable frames. I've never had a set. AJ clearly likes them because he awarded the Gators Magnum patriotic sunglasses a nearly perfect 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd give them
Which
4 out of 5. I'd be happy with that. Yeah.
Excuse me, 4.5 out of 5. I misspoke.
Well, I don't know about that.
Whoa.
4.5 out of 5. If we go to what do the Gear Report ratings mean, likely the best product in its class and price point. So that's pretty high praise, definitely, in my opinion.
It's not, and I don't doubt that he likes them because I love mine. That being said, there are a ton of shooting/sunglasses in our market, and being likely to be the top in that. There's thousands of sunglass brands out there. So
right.
I would definitely say 4 out of 5. At 5, 4.5 is crazy.
All right, the Gun Snob has
What'd you say?
Spectres.
Yeah, they're a different style. They've got several different styles. You might like those.
A little smaller on the side. Yeah. Well, we appreciate that information, Gun Snob. I'm going to go ahead and say what everyone's thinking, though. Last week we had Mystic Guns here. This week we have Gun Snob. So, hey, leave a comment. Is that an upgrade or a downgrade? That is for you to decide. You to decide. I'm not going to weigh in on that. What I'm going to weigh in on is Clover is not here. Isn't that interesting? See, this says published. This says written by Jeff. Let me tell you, Jeff did not write this. There was an error.
Jeff wrote that
in the publishing process because Jeff did not write the shotgun review This one was submitted
I
by
don't
none
believe it.
other than the Tactical Leprechaun himself.
The
I
only
believe-
other person that would be less likely to write that on Gear Report staff would be me.
yeah, well,
Me, if you see me writing a shotgun, something drastic has happened in my life.
So to be honest, though, I had a shotgun sent for review after SHOT Show, and
Yeah, he did.
and it's awesome. Like, I was so happy when it showed up, and I opened the box and was like, "This is like 5 times better than I thought it was going to be." And my friend James showed up. James, the Humvee Whisperer, showed up to talk about something Humvee related, and I was like, "No, you can't buy it." He's like, "No, seriously, I'm buying that." I said, "Well, no, I have to review it." And then Bob showed up. Bob Barr is reviewing the Arex Delta pistol, and he was like, "Oh, please let me review that shotgun as well." And I was like, "I don't know, man." But then I looked at my queue and was like, he wants to do it. And I was like, all right, but you can keep the Arex, but I want the shotgun when the review's done. He was like, well, okay, I'll do that. So it was this
Last he heard of him.
NK1 Radical Arms NK1. Yeah, really. Bob has since disappeared. No, I think his Arex review's about done. He actually had a feed issue with this shotgun, had to send it back. I don't know. I can't remember. I think they may have sent a new one out and said, you know what, we'll figure this one out and deal with it.
Is it
And
a
then
problem with the shotgun or with the Arex?
Shotgun.
with the shotgun,
okay.
with the
Okay.
one. Yep. Where's Karen? I'm not sure what that means.
Karen is Mystic. That's what he calls Karen.
She is not a Karen,
She's got so many names.
as far as anybody knows. I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure where she is. Probably with her boyfriend. She says she worked late. Hey, that could be work too, right?
See, I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
'cause
So this shotgun review will show up at some point in the not too distant future, but it'll be written by Bob Barr. Although at the rate I'm going at, it may actually show up as being written by me because apparently I'm taking credit for other people's work now.
Yeah.
But you can see
Just
here
writing
in
them
the
all.
picture in the video, this is clearly Clover, and at some point I'm going to remember to go in and change that over so that it says it was written by
But
By
Clover.
the
I thought
way,
you were talking about just Photoshop all your yourself on there and everything.
next
look
time you
at
see Clover, you got to mention his new glamour headshots that he had taken. Just
Oh
saying,
my God. I will.
they're
will.
fantastic.
Look at this. Somebody who was talking smack a minute ago has a shotgun review on Gear Report already. Just
I
saying.
do, but it's an AR bullpup, not a pump action or a goose shotgun or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a true story. Good. There we go. She's a Karen for sure.
Dang.
All right. I'm going to take your word on that because
That
as
was the
far as
last we heard of
know,
Snob.
as far as we know, Snob is trustable and all that jazz. I mean, I haven't heard anything different. So that's what we have going right now. And oh, that's the rotator up there. I was like, how was that one up there? We talked about it before. So those are the 3 that have been published since last week. We do appreciate you checking out Gear Report. And I'll remind everyone of a couple things here. Number one, we have a store section that'll take you to our Amazon store at the top. The deals is a little sparse, but we do have some things in there. We actually do have forums that are available for people to use on the various topics we cover. So go check those out if you're ever bored. We have links to brands that we're friends with, ways to get a hold of us. You can read about everyone on the Gear Report team in all the different departments that we have here. We have lots of people on the team. So you can go check them out. If you would like to contribute to Gear Report, we have a section on how to write for Gear Report. Those are all in that top orange bar. And then we also have a wide range of different topics that we cover, each with their own little sub menus, all kind of cool stuff under there, including the absolute favorite category Category numero uno, number one for our director of snacks and beverages himself. What is it? It's the guitar category, of course.
Yep, my favorite.
How could it be anything else, right?
Love it.
With,
Right, it comes right. It's
yeah,
it
yeah,
just edged out Humvee stuff, like about that much, just edged out.
yeah, yeah.
Because I just got home and I'm being summoned by my real boss for dinner, so I'm going to jump out. If you're all still on when I get done, I'll jump back in, but I got to go for a little bit.
Hey, don't threaten us with a good
Okay.
time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. See you. All right. And with that, there are two in the screen share. All right. So that was fun. We made it
Let me
through
get back to my
the
Halo.
monotonous part. So let's talk about what we have upcoming. What do you got coming up? I know you keep saying you're getting closer and closer on a number of things. What is getting close
So
enough that
much.
we can talk about it?
Everything's close enough. Well, not everything. The BRG9 Elite is close. The ARX Delta Gen 2 L is close. And the Wolfpack Armory CSR 556 or everything's, all those are super close. If my kids would stop being like really good at track and field and not going to the state, I would be done with them. But had to hit track practice this week, and
throw,
I just got back from U of F just like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, let's throw a little recognition out there. Two things, and when we talk about kids, especially other people's kids, we don't necessarily throw names out there, and that's completely up to you. But I do want to give some recognition to TJ. In addition to being the director of snacks and beverages, in addition to being pretty much the face of Gear Report at most events that we go to, in addition to being co-host of this amazing program this week at Gear Report, in addition to being a supportive father and loving husband and top shelf friend, he is also a volunteer high school track and field coach who coaches high jumpers, giving up fortune and fame to go donate time and energy and expertise, and had a freshman high jumper that advanced to and nearly won states as a freshman, which is unheard of, I think. Yeah. So good job, and good job to your jumper as well. Please pass on a congratulations from, I'm just going to speak for the Gear Report team and say, hey, pass that on from all of us, please.
I will. She's probably still grinning ear from ear. She's so excited.
Your kids are
plus
superstars.
It was her highest jump this year so far too. I was like,
wow,
picked a great day to do it. Yeah,
what a time to do that. That's awesome.
I know.
Well, thanks for being there for the kids and sharing your freakish ability with them. So we've probably looked at this before. I'm still reading. I actually have this designated to go on the M11 from Maxim Defense, which is their 6.5 Creedmoor, AR type precision carbon fiber barrel rifle. And I wanted to show you guys something else that is in the queue that I think is going to be fun to play with. So if we take the what's this end called? The objective end. We take the little end of the scope and act like it's mounted. And I got this thing. This is another one of those Vine items that I'm actually kind of excited about. I should have unscrewed this earlier. Now we got to wait. We put it by the mic so we can all hear it.
Yeah, 10,000 threads.
Yeah, you know the show's getting rough when we have to listen to me unscrewing on camera.
Well, I mean, I'm just drinking beer, so it's fine. I mean, beverages.
So
I had to get the tall boys. They don't quite fit in my koozie.
I think that this is, it's made by Neewer, and they make a lot of camera gear type stuff. I believe they sold this as a something to use with telescopes. I was blanking on that word. So you get it lined up properly, and
But
I do not have
it
it lined up
happens to
properly.
work with a rifle scope.
It's probably fairly close to being lined up properly here. So then we are able to use the camera. All right, let me see if this is, oh, helps if you open the front. Yeah, so it's going to need a little bit of adjustment, but you can see that it is, oh, I hit the wrong thing.
What are you doing?
Here we go. Oh, where's the camera? There it is.
Can't see.
So you can see where it's looking down there. I've got some adjustments
Yeah.
to do to get it at the right distance so that we can see through it properly. But I think this is going to be really neat for recording what we're doing. Like when we're shooting reviews, I think this is going to be really cool for giving some of that information that I can go back and watch it and say, oh, yeah, I was thinking about something else and I didn't even notice this when I was shooting. So I'm really looking forward to getting to use that to adapt a little video capture device to the rifle scope. So I think that's going to be kind of
That is awesome. Yeah.
Plus,
I agree. I don't have anything like that.
Pretty cool optic that comes with the little bubble levels that I think magnetically attach in just wherever they're supposed to attach for. Oh, it goes on the other parts maybe. And it's got the big sunshade on it to make it look like a big sniper scope and illuminated reticle and all that good stuff. So looking forward to playing with that. Last I heard, our friends at Maxim Defense were waiting on proof research to get the barrels ready so that they could put those rifles together. So I'm pretty pumped about that and eager for that one to show up. So that's going to be fun.
Those were awesome. Those looked awesome.
Yeah. So something I was thinking about, since we have we don't have a brand in here to talk, is like actually physically walking through, showing some neat stuff that's arrived, which I've already started doing. But so leave a comment, show of hands in the comments. Do you carry a blowout kit when you go to the range? Like when you go out shooting, do you have a med kit? And not only that, but like when you rip it open, can you rip it open quickly? And do you know where the critical things are? You know, which basically like the tourniquet and the chest seal, and you know how to use them. And I've heard that, you know, statistic wise, it is more likely that that you'll have like a gaping chest cavity type wound as opposed to tourniquet. Everyone thinks, well, I've got my tourniquet, easy to get to, and they don't really think about
except for my chest,
the sucking chest wound. So this one's kind of cool, from RTS Tactical, and it's got Molly on the back, so you could attach it to whatever you're using that uses the Molly attachment. And it's got your medical shears on one side and then room to put something on the other. But here's the cool part. You grab your tab here and you can just rip it down so it unzips itself. Ooh. So now everything's in here ready to go. Oh, the wrong button. There we go. And you've got your tourniquet on one side and your chest seal and quick clot in the center, and then some other things around. I mean, I think this is one of those little like windpipe opening tubes here, which kind of freaked me out because I've never used something like this. So I am actually taking
we should test it out
here. It is a Robertazzi nasopharyngeal airway. Here we go. It's too bright. Right. Here we go.
It's too bright.
Yeah. So so this is not a first aid kit. I mean, they call it their IFAK, but I call this more of a blowout kit. You know, this is a light, like on the scene, carry it on you trauma kit, in my opinion. So I should probably know what the name of the specific product is, but I think they just called it their IFAK, the IFAK.
Yeah, I keep a little My Medic kit on my range bag, and then inside of one of the pockets I have like a sealed thing of just clot, the blood clot stuff, chest seal.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
really easy to get
Chest
to.
seal and what? Yeah, chest seal and quick clot are different things, but definitely you need both
I've got
of them.
it's
So,
they're both in there,
yeah. So this
but they're in a
one is
separate package.
yeah. So this is a wrap bandage. Here's your quick clot, and then the twin pack of chest seals, just in case one isn't enough.
For the
We
front
got
and
two
back.
of them in here. Yeah, well, that literally could be it, and they're all here in this center pocket. So I really like how it just ripped open. Something that I think
Yeah.
a lot of people forget about is if you use any of this stuff, especially maybe quick clot, definitely a tourniquet, you need to write down what time it was put on. So they have a little ever ready first aid. It says this is a little marker, and you actually write on the patient's forehead is a good place to do that. So and you're not writing rude things in this case. It's the time that you applied whatever it was
The
that you
time
did, and you can write
with a
if you
penis.
think that the medics could find useful whatever anything, then write it on their forehead, write it on their a body part that's not in the way. Anyhow, go check this out. It is RTS Tactical, and we will probably have them on the show in a few weeks. And my medic is going to be on the show with us at some time fairly soon here as well. We're going to have Battle of the Medkit brands. Maybe we'll put them on the same week and see if we can get them to fight each other or something. Feel free to leave a comment if you think that's a good or a bad idea. I think it would spice the show up, definitely.
Let's put them in separate corners.
We've seen when we have multiple brands on here, you can feel the tension in the air sometimes where it's like, oh, they don't want to say too much too nice, but they don't want to come across like they're being mean or rude either, which I find all of that very humorous. Tension amuses me.
I agree, Rod. I would do my due diligence, write the time tourniquet was put on, but while I was waiting, just saying.
Hope I don't get hurt around TJ. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I hope you don't get hurt at all, even if it's not around TJ. But
I agree, but especially around me.
I mean, let's be honest, though. You'll make your best effort. I know people who would sit back and be like, oh my God, like someone do something. Or, hold on, let me get my phone out and video this and let you bleed out laying right there. And I believe TJ would make an effort and probably save your life. It may not be 100% by the book. It may be. I don't know. But he wouldn't stand back and watch you bleed out. I can pretty much guarantee that.
I would put down my cigar and do my best.
Depending on the size and shape of the wound, you could use the cigar to both cauterize and plug the hole at the same time.
Depends on the cigar.
That could be it.
I like Rod, but
like whether you like it enough.
If it's a really good cigar, I don't know. It's, that's what the Medipac's for.
Well, life is about choices, right? Right. Choices like, do we use the laser engraver to put Gear-Report.com on everything that we own? I think the short version is I'm working my way through everything. And this, unfortunately, you can see there's just a little bit of white tint in the middle of the report. I was hoping most of the laser engraved magazines I've seen, they use what they call a fiber laser, and it turns that black plastic white. Doesn't make it rough, it just turns it white, and it really
is that like the one I have
out. What this does is okay, what the diode laser, the blue diode laser that we've got here does is it just melts the plastic. So unfortunately we can do mags, but they're not going to be that bright white. It's just going to be that kind of, at the right angle you can read it, at the wrong angle you can't read anything. But you know what I think it could be good for? if you're into whether you choose to call it stippling or stipling, if you're into it, I think that this laser would actually be really good at that. So
Ooh,
I'm not a
there you
fan. I'm
go.
probably not going to do it, but who knows? It could happen.
It
Stranger
could, but
things
not going to happen. That's
you
awesome.
know, yeah, I don't know. I may get like a spare frame to try it on, but I don't see me doing it to any of the guns that I have that I like. Something like this could be in my future. This is a little big to use my we could make something like this. I don't have a cutting bed big enough to do this in one setting. I'm not confident I could get everything lined up so it would look right, but I could do a miniature version of this. And
There you go.
I am blanking on the brand that I got that from. I know it was from the coffee company that we met down in South Florida at the Fire Expo. It was
Oh
called
yeah.
Garage Coffee. And
Yep.
I know I was on their show and they had a drawing, and I got that one. And my buddy Patrick, I got basically I sent him a note, said, "Dude, log in, click, just trust me.
You'll win something.
Click this link. I'm not telling you what it is. Click this link. If you trust me, click this link, and then put your information in the video that it just go down to the comments and put your name and say U.S. Air Force." And he's like, "Wait, what?" I said, "Dude, I told you don't ask. Just do it." And he went and did it, and we both won, and we both got those fancy Air Force flag
I would.
things.
I would click a link that you sent me, but I would definitely not click a link that I sent people. Okay, click this link. Don't worry about it. Like, just make sure the kids aren't around. It's fine.
Well, there are a couple good points here. If you can change the settings, more speed, less power. I've been playing with that, and the other side of that magazine. No, it was the AR-10 magazine that I did like 3 different versions across here at increasing power, like the low power, high speed, a little bit more power, less speed, a little bit more power, less speed, and you can see the faster ones, lower power, higher speed, it pretty much just wiped off. Like it looked like it
Yeah.
was better, and then I rubbed my finger across it, and then I could barely
Done.
read it. So that's why
Right.
I ramped it up to this one has a little higher power, and it's still very hard to read and see. And you can see that's the part that's going to be hidden because the mag's upside down. So I was just experimenting.
Right.
I figured that was plastic that I could sacrifice.
Yeah.
Although, if anyone knows me at all, you know that A2 grips are the devil. I hate them. I absolutely can't stand them. I
That's
have
why he was
an
saying you could
almost
melt some. You could destroy them.
I have an almost literally almost overwhelming urge to throat punch things and break things if I hold it A2 grip. The way it sits between my fingers just irritates the ever living crap out of me. So yes, I have a bin of them over here on my spare parts shelves. So I probably will play with those at some point and destroy some.
Which is funny because
And
I
it's the
I
bump
actually
on the
like them.
front. It's the bump on the front. Well, would you like some? Tell me what you
Yeah,
want
send me
on the
some.
grip, and I'll see if I can customize some for you.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I'm damn sure not using them.
Yeah. I was gonna say, bedazzle one up for me.
Yeah, fiber laser, man, if they weren't so expensive. And so my buddy Andy down in Jacksonville, he's got one, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can use it whenever you want." I'm like, "Dude, you're in Florida. I'm in North Carolina." Like, yeah, go bring your stuff. You building machine guns. You need to mark post sample guns. If we're building suppressors, we need to engrave the suppressors. All to comply with the ATF rules. Oh yeah, yeah, just send it down. I'll engrave it. I'm like, Andy, you're not a manufacturer. You're not an FFL. I can't send these to you. I have to bring them. Oh yeah. So who knows? It was
Stupid
an awesome
rules.
offer. We may take him up on it at some point.
Well, I mean, if you had enough for a trip,
Or if I'm passing by anyway.
yeah.
So because I do that sometimes.
You
exactly.
do. You
Destroy
head down
them.
this way once in a while.
So, A2 grips are so evil. I really cannot stand them at all. Oh, and so today, oh, here's something interesting. Anyone who's on the coast, and I feel bad because I'm telling you this now. I know how excited you would have been if I'd have told you this yesterday. The Worrell 1000 was passing by your neck of the coastline on the eastern seaboard of Florida, um, as they are heading north. I think they go from Miami to like Virginia Beach or something. It's a
Really?
huge, and they're on 18-foot catamaran. So one of the boats that is in the Worrell 1000 this year is a boat that I did a video for Joyrider TV about a little over a year ago. It was December of 20. I went out to the coast and went out with the guy on this little NACRA F-18 race boat, carbon fiber, everything pretty much, and they're actually racing that boat in the ocean from Miami all the way up to Virginia Beach, Virginia, as we speak. Today they left Daytona this morning because a couple of my friends in
Oh,
Daytona posted pictures of them
well, then
launching
they
off
had
the
a
beach and
battle.
videos, and they're
They
going
had
to
a battle
Jacksonville.
today then, because it was
Yeah.
blowing out of the north today. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yesterday it was white capping in the river blowing out of the north.
Wow.
I was like,
Well,
"Ooh."
I mean, but that's all right. They should still be able to get some good speed out of that. Just go a little 30 degrees off the wind and tack back and
Yep,
forth. And
zigzag.
one upwind isn't that bad, but especially if it angled in just a little. I was looking at their course tracks today, and they seem to be able to move okay. They weren't really hauling, but like the boat that I'm following, which is
Yep.
Team Outer Banks, they were averaging over 10, like 10.9 knots or something today,
Well, I know,
which is a
like
reasonable clip. It's not screaming.
yeah, 5 or 6 days ago, the wind was blowing out of the south. I mean, brutal
Huh.
too. And I was like, man, if I was at a sailboat right now, I'd be hauling ass on this thing. But
Could be.
I
Yeah.
don't want to go north.
Well, they went by. I think they went by you either yesterday or the day before, and
Okay.
I didn't think to see that or say anything about it. And I'm going to
Yeah.
watch,
Thanks,
and
man.
I doubt I oh, hold on. I doubt I'm going to go
You know,
out to the coast
because I am
when they
working on a
come by North
condo that's
Carolina.
right on the beach. Just saying.
Oh, so you could have seen them if they came ashore. You could have tossed a beer to them. Here, this will make you go faster. They'd be like, "How's this going to
I'm
make
gonna
you go
waste my
faster?" And you could have said
my
something
beer.
witty like, "No, it's going to make you go faster." Like you'll have to
Yeah.
pee more quickly. Yeah.
I think
So
they just probably
this is
just
a
pee
guy,
right where they're
Harvey.
at, though,
He's
don't
one of
they?
the guys. What's that?
They probably just pee right where they're at on the boat. They're like, whatever, we're getting
Oh,
wet
I would.
anyways.
I would.
Oh, I know you would. I probably would
Yeah.
too
Yeah. So I'd get
if I
in a
was on the
harness
boat.
out over the water and just let her rip. Let her rip, Tater Chip. So this is Hardy, and this is their race boat here. If it will play, is it going to work? Oh, the kids must be on TikTok. Oh, I
Kids are on
bet I know what's
TikTok. I knew
happening.
it.
I bet I know what's happening is our Sea
Uh-oh.
Scouts created a YouTube channel, and they shot video at the meeting last night. They've already got them all edited. They have like 6 videos ready to go up this morning. I was like, whose
Man,
kid are you editing 2
their
videos that we
editor,
shot last
their
night?
editor is awesome.
Like, I need to hire these kids.
Yeah.
I don't know why this video is just spinning on me, but it's probably
I don't know.
because my kids are uploading those Sea Scout videos and using all my bandwidth. I was going to show you the
Probably.
NACRA Evolution that is part of the Worrell 1000 right now, but clearly the video does not want to cooperate. Maybe we can come out here. I not have any? There we go. There's the on the water. If it will load, we'll see. So anyhow, I thought that was neat that they went by, like right by your coastline, probably yesterday because they stopped in Daytona for the night and took off from Daytona this morning. So that's a neat race if you want to check it out. It's Worrell is WORRELL, and then the number 1000, and it's insane that they take these little 18-foot, and they used to race on Hobie 16-foot catamarans and race them halfway up the east coast of the United States in the ocean, which is nuts in my opinion.
I don't know. I said the east coast of Florida is it's a pretty shallow, like it doesn't drop off towards like 30 feet deep. It's like just shallow all the way out. So
right. Okay. Which is kind of bad because if you flip the boat over, your mast can get jammed in and break.
I mean, how tall are the masts?
Probably on that kind of boat about 28 feet, something like that.
They're out far enough to where they're not worried about it. But yeah, they come inside where I can see them.
Maybe.
Like, I mean, I can walk out quite a bit, and it's only 6, 7, 8 feet deep.
Wow. Okay. So let's see. What else do we have to talk about? We've got the. I don't want to talk. I'm looking at stuff that's sitting here. I don't want to talk about some of that stuff. Oh, here's something.
What do you got?
I've actually got some modern Spartan system. You know what? I'm giving up on this video. I don't think it's going to load. I thought if I gave it a little time,
it's going to load.
I don't think it's going to happen. All right.
I could have loaded quicker.
Modern Spartan system sent this. I've got a couple of these starter kits. It has their accuracy oil, carbon destroyer, copper and lead destroyer, and then crystal clear is their optics cleaner. So this is the gun cleaning starter kit from them. And I've actually got a couple of them. And in addition to that, and this, I actually really, really like this. They call it accuracy grease. It is their gun grease. So if anyone has any interest in one of those, let me know. I've got a couple extras. I can get one in your hand. Except for Rod. I think it'd be weird if I sent one to Rod. You know. But seriously, I think I ticked off the guy at Modern Spartan. I think they're going to be on at some point. They're lining up. I was going to wait till Trey was here to mention it, but he's trying to get Charlie to come on and a couple other people. And I got this too.
Rod.
Okay, good. But because he asked about coming on the show. Like, I don't know. We've already got a gun cleaning company, and he's like, can I send some products out to some of your guys to review? I'm like, I'm gonna have trouble finding anyone who will accept these to review because we already have probably more loyalty than we should as objective reviewers to a certain gun cleaning company. So well, I'll send them, and if you can find someone, that'll be good. So I'm probably going to give them to some local people because I don't like shipping stuff.
There you go.
But the other one, where did I put that?
I didn't know it was going to be show and tell night. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I have lying around.
Well, I've got they call it Blade. It's their knife oil, and I've got a couple knives I need to sharpen here shortly. So I'll try that with that. And I'll show you one of those knives. I've shown the M Custa that I've been carrying it long enough. I need to get that review done here shortly. This one is Shubhada. I'm not even sure how to say that. Shubhada. There we go.
Ooh,
and it's. I'll show you why I got it. I am a sucker for a clip with a nice pocket clip on it, for a knife with a nice pocket clip and a tether. And it's stainless, so I can use this with my boating equipment because I lost one of my super cool Techna dive knife that I'd had for decades. I lost when I flipped a sailboat over, and it came off of my life jacket. But the reason I got it is it's flat on this side. So I don't know if this is going to say Gear Report on it when it goes through the laser engraver. I'm actually thinking about doing something Sea Scouts related and presenting it to one of my Sea Scouts. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that one, but I'm having fun grabbing everything that comes up on Vine that has a flat spot that I think I can engrave on. I'm like, click, send me that. I'm going to do it. Like, I never thought I would be getting these big, cheese, what do they call it? A charcuterie board or something? Like it's
Charcuterie
got
board.
little drawers that
That's a
pull
cutting
out.
board. Look at that.
Well, yeah, but it's the cheese tray board. But I got it because it has this big flat spot that we can engrave stuff on. So if anyone's got ideas on what we should do, what we should engrave, let me know. But I've also got the little small cutting boards as well. So probably one of these is going to get Gear Report on it, and this will be what we take to events as part of our cooking kit.
Oh, I cut up my limes.
Right, we could do that.
Yep.
Yeah, because I am all for putting everything on.
I will send you. You need to.
Report on everything.
I need to get you my humidor so you can Gear Report that thing up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
That would be awesome.
I've got this pistol case sitting over by the engraver. The backside.
One of those too.
Whoa, the backside is completely empty, so that's going to get adorned with something. I haven't decided what I'm put on because I can go with generic, Gear Report, or if I can think up something witty or cool looking, I can put that on it as well. And the other thing that I think I'm going to engrave at some point is I've got this. This guitar is in pieces.
I knew it was a guitar.
If I put it back together, I may engrave something up here. I was thinking about maybe even like a big thing down here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I got to get the purple paint off of it. I'm going to paint it desert tan to match the Humvee.
There you go.
Which I think it's about time to paint the Prius desert tan to match the Humvee as well.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
I didn't bring anything for show and tell. I feel bad.
Everyone else I've talked to has been like, that's the worst idea I've ever heard. Do not paint your Prius to match the Humvee. And why do you have a Prius? And I'm like, why do you have a Prius? Really?
Because diesel is $5.65 a gallon.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
Why.
It's $5.79.
I put $30 in to go to U of F today, and I was like, click. Oh my God, I'm done. All right, went back in. Let's get another 30. Click. All right.
Yeah.
I feel better.
If anyone missed it, we've got a bunch of videos, a bunch of shorts videos up from the car show last weekend. So Gear Report is a sponsor of, they call it Cars and Coffee Morrisville in North Carolina. And Morrisville is really the Research Triangle Park, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area. And are you mango karting again? All right.
Maybe.
So, yeah. So we've uploaded a bunch of shorts videos from that event, and I thought it went pretty well. And the kids absolutely love it. And what I find most amusing is when it's not the kids, when it's the adults who are like, "Oh my God, that's really cool."
Well,
because I think it's cool, but Mrs. Gear Report hates it. So, I appreciate when other adults are like, that's awesome.
It is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I do.
That's good.
I know nothing about it, but I love it.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get this video to load on the other screen. I'm going to bring it up, but I feel like video is just not working for some reason.
Is it on the Gear Report?
Uh-huh.
Because I can share screen.
Oh, it's working. It's working.
Okay.
Screen. Let's change to that screen. So this is pretty cool. Someone sent me a note, said, "Oh, it was working until I swapped it over." Maybe you need to bring it up. because now it's just going to spin. I think it's a bandwidth thing. I really think that the kids and probably Mrs. Gear Report are all streaming stuff, and I just don't have the bandwidth to do the broadcast and live video. So I'm just going to shut that down.
Yeah, what do you got?
And screen share. There we go. It was worth a try. So let's see, what else do we have going on? I think what I've shown all but one recent acquisition, I think, as far as the guitars go. I've got to say this one, for anyone who cares anything about guitars, Fender and Gibson are like the two big historic US brands, and Paul Reed Smith or PRS is kind of like the third one that is really, if you got to say the top three US brands, that's probably them. Fender, the guy who founded it, Leo Fender, went on to partner with a friend, George. So George and Leo Fender came up with the G&L company. And this is like the evolution of what a Fender Stratocaster was. And I'm telling you, this is the one I bought that you and I went and met that guy in the parking lot at the grocery store, and I bought a guitar for like way less money than it should have been. I'm telling you, I sold a couple days before that trip. I sold a US made Fender Stratocaster for $2,300. I paid $240 for this. So almost, slightly over a tenth of the other one. I think I like this one better than the one I sold for $2,300. Very similar guitars. But I got another one.
You have like 50 of them.
I have 28 or 30.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but I had to stock up.
I don't think I have that many guns.
I had to stock. I lost count of how many guns I have.
I don't even bother counting them anymore. They don't fit in my safe.
Oh, yeah, here we go. This is the other G&L that I got. Since I like the other one so much, I went and picked it.
It's shiny.
And it's almost brand new. And this was made in 2010. And it's gorgeous, but it plays well. They're different models of the same kind of type. And the other one, like this is, they call it the Legacy. It's all the original Fender type design. The other one is the newer design, and I like the newer one. Some people don't. They say it's not historically correct. That was odd. Someone just came in my office and looked at me and turned around and walked out, as if they were like aware that the show was going on.
Is the on-air sign not down? Is the on-air sign not on?
Oh, the on-air sign. Let's see what it does this time. If I turn it on.
That's what it's for, isn't it? You're supposed to put it at the bottom of the stairs, though, so nobody comes up.
It's too bright to be up here. So if I put it up,
definitely,
you can't read it. It overpowers everything.
No, if you put it at the bottom of the stairs, people know.
Well, in theory, that assumes that they care enough to look at it and see what it says.
Right. In theory, you know that every Thursday night that they know that you have a podcast, but
yeah,
probably like my family, nobody pays attention.
Right.
I haven't seen Crystal in the chat.
Yeah, she must have forgotten. Or at least your family makes an effort to show up.
She's at the bar.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so what else do we have coming?
That's how I get them out of here.
Yeah, that's a costly. This show's pretty expensive. It sounds like
it is. It costs me money every week, but it's nice and quiet, except for the dog whining once in a while.
Right. So I think that pretty much covers the different stuff that I have that's close by that I wanted to talk about. Oh, did you pick up your Sky pistol?
I did.
You did, okay. But
she's sending me a new one. She's sending me a new one.
There was an issue with it? Was it pink? Is that the issue?
It wasn't pink. No, I would listen. I told her whatever color she wanted to send me, I will gladly review it. No, it just had it must have had a burr inside or something. It was the slide would catch, and then you'd hit the release, and it wouldn't go all the way forward. You'd have to just give a little tap on the ass, and then it would rack. So
It wasn't
little
'cause you're
manufacturer burr.
recording.
No,
Are you
no.
sure?
I mean, no. I didn't even fire. I didn't even fire it. This is just
Gotcha.
right out of the box.
Yeah.
So that's why I figured it was. I was like, oh, there's a burr in there. Like
So
you
and
could
also
feel it, like when you
Gotcha.
you're racking it, and you push the catch up, and then you drop it. You could feel it. I was like, I'm not gonna take it apart.
Yeah.
So she's shipping a new one out.
Yeah. So
Because it
I haven't
works.
picked mine up. I haven't picked mine up yet. I've got the
I bet
22
yours is pink.
caliber. Oh my goodness. That would not surprise me, actually. I believe what I
In
said.
380.
I'd really dig the desert tan, so it's probably going to be like hot pink.
Mine was black with the stainless slide.
Nice.
Optic ready though, baby.
Yeah. Ooh, I hope so. I hope that mine is also. So I've got the quarter arms soon. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. I've got the Maxim Defense 22 caliber suppressor and that
nice.
And that Sky, was it DVG1 pistol?
Yep.
And yeah, so I can go shoot those. I need to wrap up that Taurus optics ready, the Toro pistol review. I got a couple things I can work on.
I'm anxious to see that one because I thought about getting one of those.
Hopefully in 40 cal. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Newport is actually a different name for someone who's usually in here singing the praise of 40 cal.
40 cal. It's like a cult.
Well, apparently, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that Sky makes a 40 cal. I think they're pretty much 9 mil on that, the CPX and the DVG line.
Mm-hmm.
But I am excited to see how that feels because the CPX, the pistol was really good, especially for the money, until you get to that massively long and kind of gritty trigger pull. So the big deal of moving to the shorter, lighter, less
the trigger pull is better.
Trigger is the real promise of the new Sky pistol. So I'm excited.
Yeah, we fired the DVG, so but it's the trigger is definitely better than the original.
Yeah, it would have been hard to be worse, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. So anything else? I have an LED, like a blackout headlight type thing to install on the Battlewagon. And you know what?
I haven't seen any Battlewagon stuff lately. That's what I'm excited to see.
Well, that's what I was pulling up on the video that just kept spinning. Was I was trying to bring up a Battlewagon.
Well, I like all the little the modifications you do to them, like the lights, the speakers, the electronic stuff, the hidden compartments. I mean, all that stuff's cool.
I haven't been updating that the way I should. But I will get on that here shortly, hopefully. All right, let me see. So there's our screen within a screen. Now, okay, is that played for you?
There you go.
So I think it's the screen emulation on the second HDMI for the second monitor that can't keep up with playing live video while we're streaming. So when I moved it to the primary monitor on a real HDMI, not an emulated USB HDMI, now it's playing the video. So that's at the Cars and Coffee show. So you see I had the Battlewagon 3, I had the portable castle set up, and Jason from Ruck Rack had a Jeep, a prototype, I think it was an early 90s prototype off-road package Jeep that was under that tent until right before I shot that video. And then Mark here brought his M1123 heavy variant Humvee to the show as well. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And yeah, I think that what in the world is going on here?
What are you doing?
I don't even know. Why is it scrolling?
Are you playing your TikTok videos?
No, I'm trying to get to the Gear Report channel here. Oh, fun fact, I hear the rain coming down on the skylights here, which reminds me that I had forgot to put one of the windows up in my car yesterday, which in the truck, like I'll leave the windows down in the Humvee for weeks at a time. And if it rains, whatever, it's not like it matters.
Yeah. I used to be that way with my
in
Jeep.
The car, like, oh, I can't do that. I've got to actually make sure that goes up.
It's all electric.
All right. So this one surprised me that this shorts video here, barely getting any traffic at all. Like hardly anyone has seen it. I was like, but it's colorful. And it's kind of neat that it's engraving. But that one is not getting any love at all on YouTube, which is a little upsetting. Oh, look at that. The fur rocket was chasing that guy. All right. Or what do they call it? The fur missile, rather.
Yeah, fur missile. So I had to go next door. I had to get next door to let the dogs in. Norma over at Shannon's. Norma, the beast, the terrorist. She is a manimal now.
Oh.
She must be like 90. She must be 90 pounds.
Yeah.
But she is a sexy Doberman.
Yeah. So so you see here the portable castle, and then I engraved a little wooden plaque and set it on the hood. And unfortunately, I did a QR code on it, and the QR code didn't burn evenly, so it wouldn't work. But I would I'll let kids climb in and get up in the turret. And I'll actually, if they're being good, I'll say, hey, if you pull that red lever and then turn the crank, you can spin the gun all the way around. And they love making the turret spin. So that's kind of the fun part of going to the shows.
So I had my plaque up, and you can't see it because I hide it.
Oh, I saw it back there behind you.
Where it goes.
Get rid of the screen share. There we go. Yeah, I saw it back there over your shoulder.
Yep. See?
Let's zoom
in the important
spot. A little more. Yep.
Oh.
All right.
So I need to sit off to the side like this so you can see my fun stuff.
Everything. There we go.
Yeah.
Takes away the halo, which is kind of bad.
I know.
Whatever.
Well, I'm getting ready to move the banner up higher so the Gear Report sits right above my head.
Yeah.
So it's more like a hat rather than a halo.
Gotcha. I'm looking around. I don't have anything else that I care to bring out on screen just yet.
I didn't bring anything in, but all my stuff it's all weapons, so I really don't have anything that way.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have. Hold on. Wait. Nope, it's not here. Damn it.
I actually think this is kind of.
That's the only other thing that I have I can share is that. So.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
That's on one of the guns. I'm waiting patiently for my other optics to come in.
Yeah, I know. So this I'll show just because I think it's funny. This is a Chinese company called Firefly, but it's a copy of a custom shop Gibson guitar that's like $5,000. And I've seen pictures of the Gibson version, and this looks almost identical. It is a very, very close copy. This one, when it shipped from the factory, had a little chip in the bottom right here.
I see that.
So when the guy received it, he had trouble sending it back because it's a Chinese company, and they just kind of ghost you if something's not right. It's like you drop off the face of the earth, and they don't care.
Right.
So I had a different guitar from this company like a Telecaster type, and someone got him a different one like this, of this shape, for his birthday, and he said, well, hey, I'm just looking to trade for something. So I traded him, and I had $100 in that other one, and so I've got $100 in this, and it plays really nice. And except for that little nick, which I'm going to fill that in and then probably airbrush it at some point, because I got an airbrush. I've never used it, and I've been looking for something to do with it. But
So now everybody ahead of time knows that it was damaged.
Oh, I will fully disclose. I don't hide that kind of stuff from people. And there are people who will. They'll send stuff. They take a Sharpie and mark over the black with Sharpie and then act like it wasn't messed up. No, I will document and send people pictures of what it looked like and pictures of how I fixed it. But they call these the Bat. And I can't remember what the Gibson version is called that these are modeled after, but it's something like that. It has a theme. And they have a line of a couple different colors. So then Firefly came out with their copies, and they call them the Bats. So they have a green and a blue and others. And people go nuts over them, and I don't really get it, but it's just a different look.
I don't either.
I have found people who the little variants in the shape of the headstock, they'll look at this and go, oh, well, that's not the right shape. I could never play that. And I'm like, all right, when I'm playing, I don't even see the shape of the headstock. It's down here. My eyes only see up here. I can't even see down there. What's it matter? But they're like, no, it's wrong. I can't play it. I'm like, okay, whatever. You're messed up.
Purists.
Well, I guess it's a creative thing, creative people.
And then you show them the headless one, and their heads explode.
Oh yeah, God, I love those.
No.
They are so awesome. Okay. I think with that, anything else you want to talk about before we shut her down? Any last call for comments, by the way?
The couple in the wings, the saltwater arms barracuda. I'm just waiting on an optic for that. But I've been throwing in the pool every day, so it's part of my morning ritual.
Pool. Yeah, you have to mention the saltwater pool, because from a corrosion standpoint, that is like exponentially worse.
I would leave it outside, but I'm afraid somebody will take it. So I could lock it up kind of, but because the salt air out here is the wind has been disturbing. Like every morning, the salt's all over the car. I'm like, But I've been doing that every day. I'm just waiting on an optic, and then we're going to head to the range with it.
Cool. All right. Well, looking forward to seeing all that. And I think with that, why don't we go ahead and shut things down? So thanks again, everyone, for being here. I thought we'd keep it shorter and end in an hour. We're like an hour and 23 minutes. So
never. We can never do it that way.
I know. I appreciate everyone.
Remember when we first started? Like 30 minutes.
We're going to go a half hour. Like, yeah. No, we're not. Yeah, so we will have, I don't remember who the brand is next week. I think we already have someone lined up, or at least we've got some invitations out. So you're going to have to check in next week to see who that is. It's not going to be Mango Cart. We've tried to get them apparently, and they will not.
I've messaged them. They're being douches about it.
I'm
like, listen, I don't want free beer. I would like a koozie or a hat, something. Yeah, listen, ideally, yes.
Yeah.
Kegerator, right there.
Yeah.
But I take a koozie, I take a hat, something.
Yeah.
Like the problem is they're in California.
That is a problem.
We know how that goes. It is.
Yeah.
It's the only thing from California I buy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for spending an hour and 24 minutes of your life that you're never going to get back, choosing to spend it with us. I hope it was worthwhile. I know we had a good time, so I hope you did too.
Always.
I hope to see you back next week. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, geez, come on. If you're here, if you're still here, if you're actually watching this, replay or live, I think that even just through the tenacity of continuing to keep broadcasting, we have earned a thumbs up. If you disagree, toss us a thumbs down then. Whatever. Give us whatever you think we deserve. If
A
you're not
thumb.
subscribed to the channel, but you keep watching, consider a subscription. We do some cool stuff every now and then. So
What the
it can be
hell's wrong
worthwhile.
with you?
Me?
Subscribe. Come
Oh,
on.
geez, where do we
Yeah.
start?
Well,
Oh, them.
well, I
I
mean,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
completely
mean,
different discussion. I don't know what's wrong with them,
yeah.
but ooh,
If you're watching, you don't subscribe. Come on.
yeah,
Step up your game, people.
yeah. And while you're working that, until next time, we'll see you at the range.